Greetings everyone, my name is Ultimate Ironman Armadillo and I'm going to show you how to do Corp with no Dragon Warhammer and a Rune Spear. Like a true Bwana in the jungle. Let's go. So, the reason I'm making this guide is because I've noticed all the guides online about soloing Corp says you must have Dragon Warhammer, you must have this and that, and if you don't, the kills are going to be super slow. I'm going to debunk that. It's not slow at all. The item that you truly only need is the BGS. And the other thing you truly need is the house, which you can see here. You need a respiration pool for the HP and the stat restore, and you need a jewelry box to get back faster. And we'll go into details about why this is in just a bit, but here let's just show you the DPS you do with a Rune Spear. So I just finished speccing down Corp for the last bit of his magic levels, and we are going to equip the Rune Spear. It's two-handed. It's a lot weaker than the Zami Spear, which I have in the inventory, but we're just going to go straight in and let's look at how good it is. It's honestly not bad at all. Ooh, I hope that guy doesn't crash me. I don't think he did. So here we go. Yeah, like at this point, Corp has 0 attack, 0 defense, 0 magic. He's not going to hurt me, and I'm in full DPS gear trying to knock him down. And look at that, the hits are good. We can speed this up. And as you can see here, we're actually hitting pretty consistently. We are teleporting to heal. We could use food too, but for me personally, I've found that you really don't need food other than the Dark Core, which I can talk about later as well. But basically, the idea here is the weapon, it really doesn't matter that much. I could honestly be using a Zami hostile and still get the same result. And we can see that yeah, this boss is really, you don't need like certain X, Y, Z gear to do. And if you're dry for a Zami Spear, don't let that prevent you from doing the boss. Just condescend it, because look, a Rune Spear is just as good. And similarly, you don't really need Gandalf's full like me here. You can bring anything you want. It really doesn't matter because his stats are 0 right now. The only thing that matters, like I said earlier, is the BGS and your house. And look, I have no prayer potions in my inventory, and I really didn't need food. I could have different gear. All gear does is speed up the kills, but not by as much as you think. I believe there is a Dark Core coming up. We might as well just get that out of the way. That's the one part. Yes, here we go. So the way to kill Dark Core is you need to spam click under yourself, watch, and then the moment you attack, you run away to the west. That way, the Dark Core flies in the air and comes down with no ash. There you go. He's never gonna respawn for this kill ever again. I have this completely taken care of the Dark Core. You can now safely stab Corp with whatever fits your imagination. Okay, let's talk about why the BGS is absolutely necessary. You can see here, the BGS special attack lowers the opponent's combat levels equivalent to the damage dealt in that order right there. Defense, strength, prayer, attack, magic. What you care about here is defense, strength, attack, and magic. You want to reduce those to 0, so Corp is, as they call it, a giant chicken. And what this means is, with the BGS alone, you can reduce everything you needed. The Dragon Warhammer helps you reduce defense faster. If you hit 3 Warhammer specs, it is essentially the same as doing 100 damage on Corp with a BGS. So when I did this grind, I just used BGS for the first phase, which I just calculated 100 damage. Then I switched to the Arc Light. Now the Arc Light can also be replaced by the BGS, and the way it works is this. Arc Light reduces the attack, defense, and strength of an enemy by 5% per successful hit. So 20 Arc-like specs will take the Corp down to having no stats in the melee skills. And honestly, you could just stay with the BGS, just keep using the BGS. You do about 300 damage this time to reduce all his stats. So the second phase could be either Arc-lights or another BGS count. And then the last phase is reducing his magic, which only the BGS can do, and you need to do another about 200 damage with the BGS. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Once that's done, he's a giant chicken. And a few other things to mention are that the Crystal Halberd is pretty good here. I chose not to do it. The special attack will do a lot of damage, making you get faster kills. I just didn't want to use the inventory space because I was an Ultimate Ironman. And also, you have a Dragon Spear that can replace it. That can be better than the Rune Spear, right? But the Zami Spear obviously is still the best DPS so far. And let's see what else. Oh yes, the Dark Core. Earlier I showed you how to kill it permanently. If you see an ash, it's going to come back. The other thing is the Dark Core will spawn when you do more damage. So when you have a Z Spear, you'll actually spawn it a bit faster. But you know, if you can successfully kill it permanently, then it doesn't really matter. And the Dark Spirit will also start spawning when the corp is below 1,000 hit points. So you're never gonna avoid it. You need to learn how to do the Dark Spirit. It's not hard at all. What else? Oh yes, and then I also mentioned this earlier. You don't even need food. You can just teleport to the house, heal up, come back in, keep doing. He would have healed maybe 50 to 100 hit points, which you can easily poke down with like 2 or 3 pokes. So without further ado, let's see what he drops here. It's trash, as usual. But you know, this is a fun grind. It's pretty chill compared to some of the other grinds I've done. And just for funsies, let's take a look at a clip where I did something really stupid. So just for funsies, I did a corp kill with a bronze dagger. Yes, it's gonna be reduced damage by half, but it was hitting 14s, and we got it down to about 30 hit points before I just gave up, just from time constraints. It is doable. I just didn't finish it. So, you know, have fun, guys. Oh, and I am starting to host more masses. This Friday it will be corp mass. And I'll probably do corp pretty regularly. So hit me up if you are interested in joining. Thanks.